how about this? These shots are just into us here at Sky Sports News. This plane landing into Manchester in the last hour or so.
Let's just show you the latest shots we have of him stepping out of his car. He is at the training ground for a medical.
Welcome back to the channel, City Faithful. If you want to stay ahead of the curve with the absolute freshest, most explosive breaking transfer news straight from the Etihad, you are in the right place. Before we dive deep into the monumental signing that has just rocked the footballing world, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single update on our march to glory. The historic switch, Guimaraes welcome to the Etihad. The Manchester rain did little to dampen the electrifying atmosphere surrounding the Etihad Stadium as a modern Premier League blockbuster reached its conclusion. Bruno Guimarães, the crown jewel of Newcastle United's ambitious era, officially touched down in Manchester to finalize a historic move to reigning champions Manchester City. The Brazilian midfield maestro was spotted arriving at the club's training ground, signaling the end of one of the most fiercely contested transfer sagas in recent English football history. For Manchester City's newly appointed head coach, Enzo Maresca, the arrival of Guimarães marks a monumental statement of intent. Stepping into the immense shoes of Pep Guardiola, Maresca has wasted no time in reshaping the squad to fit his distinct, possession-heavy philosophy. The Brazilian international becomes Maresca's second major signing of the summer window, providing the tactical spine and elite composure the Italian tactician views as non-negotiable for his midfield blueprint. The scene at the Etihad campus was one of quiet triumph as club executives and Maresca himself welcomed the midfielder. Guimarães, accompanied by his representatives, looked relaxed yet focused as he prepared to undergo the final stages of his medical and sign the formal paperwork. For City, securing a player of his world-class caliber not only reinforces their domestic dominance but also sends a chilling warning to their rivals across Europe. For Newcastle United, the departure of their talismanic number 39 represents a bittersweet watershed moment. Guimarães was the emotional heartbeat of St James Park, a player who embraced Tyneside with unbridled passion and dragged the Magpies back into the UEFA Champions League. While the astronomical transfer fee provides Newcastle with immense financial flexibility to navigate strict sustainability rules, losing a player of his stature leaves a massive void in the hearts of the Toon Army. What makes this transfer truly spectacular, however, is the dramatic fashion in which Manchester City snatched him from the jaws of their closest rivals. Arsenal had been lurking aggressively around the player for months, with Mikel Arteta identifying the veteran midfielder as the definitive piece to complete his own title-winning puzzle. The Gunners had reportedly agreed on personal terms and looked poised to trigger the midfielder's massive valuation, only for City to execute a swift, decisive hijack. The disappointment in North London is palpable, as Arsenal believed they were leading the race right up until the final hours. Arteta's project has hovered on the precipice of Premier League glory for multiple seasons, and Guimarães was viewed as the ultimate engine to finally tip the scales in their favour. Instead, the Gunners must watch their primary target pull on the sky blue shirt of the very team they have been desperately trying to dethrone. Under Enzo Maresca, Guimarães is expected to occupy a dynamic role that bridges defence and attack with fluid efficiency. Maresca's tactical setup demands central midfielders who can resist high pressing, dictate the tempo of a match, and thread vertical passes through compact defensive blocks. The Brazilian's rare combination of physical tenacity and sublime technical skill makes him an absolute dream acquisition for the Italian manager's system. The timing of the signing is also crucial for City's long-term evolution. With midfield anchors like Rodri and Bernardo Silva navigating grueling schedules and entering different phases of their careers, the addition of a 28-year-old proven Premier League veteran provides both immediate elite quality and essential depth. Guimarães brings a fierce competitive edge and leadership mentality that will seamlessly integrate into City's winning culture. Tactical analysts are already salivating at the prospect of Guimarães linking up with Erling Haaland and Phil Foden. His uncanny ability to win possession in deep areas and immediately launch devastating counterattacks adds a direct, lethal dimension to City's build-up play. Whether deployed as a deep-lying playmaker or a box-to-box engine, his versatility gives Maresca the tactical flexibility required to navigate a grueling multi-front campaign. The financial packages involved in the deal are staggering, reflecting Guimarães' status as one of the premier midfielders in world football. City's hierarchy moved with absolute precision once the green light was given, structuring a deal that satisfied Newcastle's demands while ensuring the players' desire for trophies would be realised at the Etihad. It is a calculated gamble that underscores City's refusal to stagnate at the top. Unsurprisingly, Manchester City fans have flooded social media with immense excitement, celebrating what many deem the signing of the summer. The prospect of watching the Brazilian dictate play in the heart of the Etihad has generated a massive wave of optimism for the upcoming campaign. Shirt printers are already working overtime as supporters clamour to get the midfielder's name on the back of the new home kit. Meanwhile, Newcastle United must now pivot quickly to rebuild their midfield before the transfer deadline shuts. The funds generated from this historic sale will be reinvested into the squad, but replacing Guimaraes' unique emotional connection with the fans and his on-pitch leadership will take time. The Magpies will need to scout intelligently to ensure this departure does not derail their upward trajectory in the top flight. For Enzo Maresca, the successful integration of Guimaraes will be the first major litmus test of his managerial tenure in Manchester. Having already secured his first signing earlier in the window, the Italian is rapidly moulding a team in his own image, blending Guardiola's structural foundations with his own aggressive, vertical nuances. Securing Guimaraes is a massive feather in Maresca's cap, proving he possesses the pulling power to attract the world's best. As the final details of the contract are officially logged with the Premier League, the landscape of English football shifts once more. City have reinforced their fortress, Arsenal have been sent back to the drawing board, and Newcastle enter a new phase of their sporting project. The drama of the transfer window has once again delivered a narrative that will define the shapes of the stories told on the pitch. With the deal completely finalized, Bruno Guimarães stands on the precipice of a glittering new chapter in his career. Dressed in the training gear of his new club, the midfielder's journey from the streets of Rio de Janeiro to the pinnacle of English football hits a spectacular crescendo. Under the bright lights of the Etihad Stadium, a new partnership has been forged, and the rest of the footballing world can only watch and prepare for the battle ahead.
Please like this video and subscribe.